Hi guys, it's Tana J, and this video is going to be kind of like a part 2 of the video that I made last night. If you've seen that one, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go ahead and check it out. My little sister talked me into going to see The Conjuring with her last night. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not a big fan of scary movies. It's just not my thing. I'm not into it. It's not enjoyable, pleasurable to me, and so it's not something that I do. We were going to go see a pleasant, funny movie, but she ran into her friends at the theater, and she wanted to go see it, so she talked me into it, and we went to go see it. And so I realized pretty quickly into the movie that I was watching it from a completely different place than most of the people who were in there with me, and I just feel like I may have had a different awareness or a different way of looking at it than a lot of the people, especially as we were leaving the theater. I really got this impression because most of the people who were in there with us were just completely terrified and not really in a good place leaving the theater. And so I really wanted to share this with them and, didn't jump up and start screaming. And so I want to share this now. The movie is, I'm not going to give away too much, but the movie's about possession, about demonic possession. And I have a different perspective than the mainstream one on that. And so I kind of wanted to share what I believe. First of all, possession is probably the most terrifying thing to us as infinite beings because as an unlimited potential, the belief in something that is greater than you, that is more powerful than you, that opposes you and has the power to take away your free will is I think, going against our nature in the most severe sense. Obviously, we have free will. Anybody can demonstrate that. But I believe that we were created out of our Creator, as our Creator, to be creators. So, when it talks about in the Bible that, we were created in the image of God, I believe that we were created in the image of our Creator to be creators. And so we obviously have free will. We're obviously, creating our reality. And to believe that there is something that can take that away from you, that can take away the essence of who you truly are, is pretty traumatic, right? Trauma is defined as any time that you feel out of control, whether it's, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So that's completely traumatic. And it, I think that a lot of these, movies or religions or organizations or cults or whatever it may be, really play off of that fear that there is something that is greater than us, that has power over us. And so how do we get to that point where we feel as an infinite being, as an unlimited potential, as a creator, as God in action? How do we get to that place where we could ever feel like there is something that is greater than us that is opposing us? Right? I believe that in the beginning there was God, and God created everything, right? Well, if in the beginning there was God, in the Bible it doesn't say in the beginning there was God and the universe and a bunch of other shit, right? If in the beginning there was God and God created everything, if there was only God, then God created everything out of itself. And I believe that God created everything out of itself, from itself, to express itself through everything, to experience different aspects of itself. If you were all alone, wouldn't you want to, become all of these different expressions and have some variety and fun? I would. So that's personally what I believe. And I believe if everything is the same thing, which quantum physics has shown that it is, and everything is made up of energy, and it's all the same energy, right? It's just different expressions of the same energy. But if everything is God, just play with me for a second. If everything is God, and everything is made up of the same thing, and everything is energy, and energy can not be created or destroyed, right? Then it would make sense to think that there's nothing going against. There's no power that is evil, that is greater than us, that is trying to take our free will and destroy us. Why? Right? It doesn't make sense to me that all-powerful, omnipotent creator who knows past, present, and future would ever create something that would become powerful enough to go against it. And how can you go against who you are? Well, you can, because we have free will, right? We do have free will. And you know that saying, namaste? Well, the basic gist of that is that the light in me recognizes the light in you, and when I am in that place and you're in that place, that we are one. Well, you can always turn away from the light that you are and cast a shadow in front of you, right? You can choose to be disempowered and to try to cut yourself off and be depressed and not recognize the truth of who you are. And, you know, there's going to be discomfort and discord when you're living in lies, when you're buying into lies that race consciousness tells you, or society tells you, or your teacher or mom or brother or husband or whoever tells you. I mean, that's how you can tell that there's a lie present, because it doesn't feel good. And when you come back to the truth, you feel good. I talk about affirmative prayer in one of my videos, and all affirmative prayer is doing is bringing you back to the truth of who you are. So really, how do you become empowered and live in the truth and recognize the divinity within yourself enough to be able to realize that there's nothing in this universe that opposes you, right? The sidewalk doesn't jump up and skin your knees, but you can always fall, right? So becoming conscious of how you're walking in the world, becoming conscious of where you're placing your attention and really who you're expressing as. Meditation is a good way of allowing the divinity to flow through you and express in this world. And that's another reason why I do that every day. So this video's ran over and it's been really long, and it might be a jumbled up mess, but I wanted to share that with everybody, because I think that, you know, if I would have heard this sooner, it would have saved me a lot of pain in my life and a lot of fear. And so I don't know. I hope somebody gets something out of it, even if it's not what you believe. Just leave a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear everybody's perspective. And I love you guys, and have a blessed and beautiful day.